firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
It is a new year and a new opportunity for the Bulldogs to make their mark on the frozen ice surface. Live from the Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio, it's the first game of 2024 as the Adrian College Bulldogs take on the Trine University Thunder. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Herman, joined alongside me, as always, by the great Calvin Keys. Happy to have you all tuned in here on ACTV as well as BCSN to this afternoon's contest. Bulldogs staying busy, although we were on break in December, Calvin. They played a couple of games, took a trip overseas to Italy as they had some exhibition-style matchups against the Italian national team, and then recently as well played against Bowdoin College as well as Williams. Did pretty well in that.
Yeah, certainly. You talk about winning 3 out of their 4 games over the break against really, really high-quality opponents. And I think for the Bulldogs and their head coach, Sean Skelly, the message has to be keep the momentum going into this next semester.
Well, the puck is dropped, not from the Arrington Ice Arena today, here in Toledo, Ohio, at the Huntington Center, home of the Toledo Walleye of the ECHL. As we are underway from Ohio, Bulldogs won that opening face-off at center ice. This is picked up along the boards by Una Belland. She'll shove her one off the top of the kick plate as then it gets tied up down low. Far side corner, picking it up there was Jocelyn Hudanish. And a takeaway for the Thunder as this skitters underneath the red line. Bulldogs will look to exit. They can't, but on the second try, it's Gia Avalone who will get it out. Applying her own pass there as that one deflected off of the knee pad. Racing after to get it. Una Belland there first as the opening minute ticks by. This long pass centered and off the mark as it will be whistled down for the icing. And we'll get our first stoppage of this afternoon's contest.
One player to keep an eye on for the Bulldogs today has to be number 16, Una Belland. The native of Norway is red hot. Had 4 goals and an assist last weekend in a pair of games against Williams and Bowdoin.
Long shot from up top. That was Gangaliski. Stopped there promptly by Michaela O'Brien, the grad student. Transferred in, came from Endicott College. Played 6 games so far this season, a 4-2 record, 106 GAA, as well as a 953 save percentage. So good campaign for her thus far.
And for O'Brien, I think getting a start today is a huge vote of confidence because they've got 2 goaltenders, Adrian that is, who have performed incredibly well in O'Brien, as well as the sophomore Annie Gilbert. So it has to work wonders for her confidence to be in the net to start this game.
Absolutely, and interesting to note, Annie Gilbert playing the last 2 games against Williams College as well as Bowdoin. The first game, Bulldogs took a big 5-1 win after 60 minutes. And the second against Bowdoin came down to extra innings. It was a 3-2 overtime win for Adrian College. And Gilbert got a pair of W's as this loose puck in front can't be covered. Finally it is. Whistle blown there. Take a good time to introduce the Trine Thunder goaltender for this afternoon. It's going to be Ella Park, the freshman, coming from California.
A little bit of a shaky moment for Park there as we thought the puck was covered, but good on Courtney Ben for going in towards the crease, crashing the net hard and stirring up the loose puck to create a second chance opportunity.
Roy sent in a pass from the blue line. It cycled down low, now towards the slot, into skates. Nobody can hold on to it. A backhand pass sent towards the front, but misplayed. It's Evelyn Bellotti trying to send it up. Thunder looking to break out here. We'll see if they can. It's not. Taken away by Ben. She rips a shot and into the glove. Nice save from Park as she tracked it all the way into the webbing.
Courtney Ben has been a good addition for this Bulldog team. The freshman with 3 goals, 3 assists, and 10 games played so far. And she is a sophomore from St. Peters, Missouri. Has a very big frame that she uses to her advantage out there to create space for herself.
There's a high shot from Wolschlager. Looked like it might have caught the top part of the crossbar. I didn't hear too much sound on it. Working with inches there. Trine able to break out here. stolen away. Here goes Grace Hicks. Lost it on the boards. Wolschlager will recollect. This is distributed outwards. Nice play. Here goes Jocelyn Hudanish down the left side. Takes a shot, kicked by the pad of Park. That one kept out. Here's Tia LaSalle to the front, put it in the chest, and just barely held on there. Good early chances for the Bulldogs. Has a lot of life. And this team, as of late, have been absolutely rolling. All of their lines clicking. Coach Sean Skelly's Lady Bulldogs doing a great job here this season. Tia LaSalle stepped in to take that off the draw. It was one back. Now towards the front, a quick one-touch from Hudanish, just barely goes wide. And the Thunder struggling to exit their own defensive zone. Bulldog defense staying strong on the point. But here go Trine as a dump in, softly sent in. Sydney Streb got that one down. This is lofted in by Hudanish. Full line change out. The only one left there. Here's a loose chance in front and a stretch save made by Park. A great stop. Bulldogs applying the pressure. 3.5 in. Hunter Reardon on the near side board. Spins off, trying to create some space. And now it's Stevenson who will try and get it out. That time again, this shot popped over the glove, I believe. Park got a piece of it. It squirted towards the front, finally covered up. And a whistle that the Thunder desperately need.
Yeah, definitely. Just looking to settle the play down here as Ella Park finally able to cover up. That play started because of a questionable turnover from Gangaliski here. She's going to throw it. Went off a skate and then deflects towards the goal. Luckily for the Thunder, Park's able to cover up.
Dofide tried to center a pass in the slot. Nobody there to meet it, so it's kicked up to the far blue. A shot redirected off the stick and traveled over the crossbar. Now to the near side left wing. Dofide came in contact with their own player. That was Catherine Trubin. So some miscommunication there, but they continue on. Now in the neutral zone, it's Kaylee Cataret. Will send this in. Hit her own teammate once again. More friendly fire. That time hit off the back of Hunter Reardon. Dropped back. Picked up by Lowry. Now to Anderson. She lost it as she was going towards the shooting motion. Kaylee Maleko. And a whistle here. I believe this is offsides with 15:27 left to go here in the first period.
For Trine, this is a game they have to have had circled on their calendar. For both teams, they've certainly been excited to step into the Huntington Center to play this one. But for the Thunder, I believe they are 0-19 all-time against Adrian, and this is one of the tougher games on their schedule this season. So want to put together a strong performance, and it starts with steady play in your own end.
And the Trine-Adrian rivalry in all sports from both campuses runs very, very deep as Maya Roy tried to feed one over for Anderson. You know that on the men's side, it's always a fiery battle when they play each other, and just about in every other sport, too, I'd have to say.
And you know this Adrian Bulldog team saw the score last night from the men's game where they fell in OT to the Thunder, so I think they're probably going to try to get some payback for their school here today.
A lot on the line here. 14:43 left to go in the first period. Adrian College and the Trine University Thunder here from the Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio. Good move there up at the center blue. It's stripped away. Anderson comes away with it. Popped over a stick. Now fined by Hansen. Let it go, and personnel change as moving over is Bruner. Down low, it's Courtney Ben, the freshman, tries to get it out. Unsuccessful on that attempt. Annika Hansen will do the same. This time she's able to. Here come the Bulldogs. Skating up, have three going forwards. Now towards the left side, in the slot. Hansen, a slap shot, tipped in front. Looked like Marcinkowski got a piece of it, but just skittered wide. And a backhand chance will hit off the bottom apron. Adrian College doing a great job so far, going to the net, trying to take the eyes away of Ella Park.
Really like the play design there from the Bulldogs. Just a point shot towards the net from Annika Hansen as Courtney Ben as well as Olivia Marcinkowski were just waiting with their stick on the ice, trying to find a redirect. That's a pretty good recipe.
Trine will get it over their own blue, but it's quickly taken away by Hansen. Left over for Wolschlager. Just barely overskated her puck. Spun around the right wall, tied up in the corner, and recollected by Pomerleau. Quick breakout, but a turnover. Chance in front, shot fanned on there. The Bulldogs have some space to get out.
Not the player you want with the puck on their stick if you are an Adrian Bulldog. That's the leading scorer for Trine, Kaylee Mleko, who wasn't able to get the shot off in a key area.
Thunder with some room. Racing down the left side is Mlenko. I love how the Bulldogs are able to quickly take away pucks as soon as the Thunder enter the offensive zone. Been shut down so far as this puck gets tied up in a change. And I think there's going to be a penalty here against Adrian. Too many men on the ice. And Trine will have the first power play of the afternoon.
Coming into a game like this, as an underdog, like the Thunder are, this is a key opportunity to try and gain some momentum on the power play with the game scoreless here early on.
So that is the call. Yeah, and that puck just got sent into an awkward area, and I didn't catch who it was because she had the crest of the jersey facing up here in the booth, but she played it as she was going for the change, and easy call for the officials, so Thunder to the special team unit for the first time here. That shot from the point blocked. Good step up. Carmen Anderson trying to feed a pass to Una Bellin, who was racing up the center lane. She'll apply some pressure, and a long pass gets caught at center ice. This is Hicks. Opens up, looks towards the backhand now underneath the goal line. Puck tie up in the corner. 2-on-2 action as the Craw. Right-handed shot will skate up the far side, turns away. And this is all the way up for Bellin, who has some space on the left side. Doesn't elect to shoot, will pull up. Trying to tick some time off the clock, doing a great job of it so far. Bulldogs still shorthanded. Long shot, rebound in front, loose puck, and it doesn't go. That one popped around. The good initial save from Park, but couldn't control it. And the Thunder might have just gotten away with one.
Wow. How about that tip from Callie Wolschlager on the shot from Pietrucha? That was impressive. And an even better save by Ella Park to get a piece of it as she was sliding the other direction.
Good athleticism from Ella Park, keeping her team in the game with 10:51 left to go, 27 seconds remaining in the Adrian penalty. All play being dominated in the offensive zone of the Bulldogs. A turnover in the slot. Wolschlager will wait for reinforcements, decides to skate it back. Probably the right decision with little time remaining on the 5-on-4, but a good play. Here's a 2-on-1. Bulldogs looking towards the front. The puck was in the skates. Trubin couldn't get a handle on it. Otherwise, she would have tried to rip a shot there on the blocker side. And the Bulldogs kill off their first penalty of the day. Pietrucha towards the center, a quick slap pass from Dofide. It was blocked in the chest. I believe that was Stevenson who stepped up in the lane. As this puck pops over to Copa. Taken away quickly by Reardon. This play onside, but just barely, and O'Brien will touch up with the paddle.
That was really good hustle from Gabrielle Hicks. She was coming off the bench at the start of a shift and was just able to race to keep it inside that blue line in time and get a shot off.
Reardon turned it over on her own blue. Rysanen almost came away with it. Puck bouncing back and forth between the white sweaters, but here's a turnover and a breakaway. Here's Mleko on net, and it's stopped. What a save by Michaela O'Brien. Her first real test of the afternoon comes up big. Nice move towards the front. Another chance kicked out by the pad of O'Brien. 2 grade A chances for the Thunder shut down.
Yeah, how about those opportunities there for Mleko as Anderson the other way?
Anderson with a chance of her own, and she scores! A deceptive shot finds the 5-hole, and the Bulldogs on the board first. It's 1-0.
We see a breakaway chance for the Trine Thunder at one end, and then Michaela O'Brien able to come up with some big saves. Bulldogs go right back the other way. It's a great steal by Carmen Anderson. She walks in one-on-one, and it sneaks through the 5-hole of Park there with the shot. I think, as a defenseman, it's a difficult spot to be in because you want to get a stick on the puck, on the shot coming in to deflect it away, but at the same time, if you don't get enough of it, you could create a dangerous redirect, and I think that's part of the reason why that puck slipped through the 5-hole of Park. Really nice job by Anderson to use the defender as a screen as well.
It's hard to tell, especially from up here in the broadcast booth, but that's a hard shot to play as a netminder. You have your defenseman in front, and then additionally, it looked like Park read it fine, but she went to play it with her stick and just lost it at the last second, trying to redirect it to the corner. But the Bulldogs find a bounce. 8:20 left to go in the first period here from the Huntington Center. 1-0 Bulldogs as they open up the scoring. Another good takeaway. Shot goes wide towards the blocker's side. Moves towards the top, kept in. Here's Anderson. Another chance. That one almost went on the deflection by Lowry. Bulldogs finding that net front, as we mentioned earlier in the frame. Maya Roy will play this one off the high glass. It was Ben who tried to move it. Now travels up top. Roy once again down low on the wide side. Ben spins one towards the front, just goes wide. Ben will chase after here against Callie Graham. A backhand chance in front, looking to center a pass. Nobody there to answer the call. Avalone looking to dish. She does to Sorrell. And it was turned over through the skates of Bruner. Dumped down low. Passes around the end wall. Now towards the front. Here's a backhand chance off the outside of the apron. Another wraparound stays out. Avalone steps off the blue on her assignment. Trying to generate some offense. Back the other way. A long backhand by Lambers. Gets her squad up and out as they'll make a change. This is an icing, so the change will be negated.
Going back to that goal from Carmen Anderson, that's goal number 3 on the season for her. She's a senior from Westfield, Indiana. And I talked about it a bit at points last season, but talking to Coach Skelly, she's not only one of the fastest players on the ice that you'll see in women's hockey, but also one of the fastest players off the ice. Whenever they clock their 100-yard dash times at the beginning of the season, she's blowing the competition out of the water. No pun intended here at the Walleyes Arena.
You'd have to check on the Walleye at the arena. She's doing that great of a job. But we continue on nonetheless. 6:30 remaining here in the first period. Trine and Adrian here this afternoon. Up top, here's a shot. The rebound in front. What a save from Park as she stretched across. Will get the whistle. And how about that stop from Ella Park?
You ask any goaltender what one of the most important things you have to have in order to be an effective goaltender, it's flexibility as well as quick reflexes. We see both here from Ella Park. As in tight, Tia Lascelles thought for sure she had a tap-in goal, but it was not to be thanks to the athleticism of Park getting the right pad out.
Here's Wolfschlager with a shot. That one a heavy bid from the outside. Just barely didn't find the net. Bulldogs shooting from every angle. All offense here in the first period.
One thing that's concerning on that play is Lascelles left all alone in the net front.
Absolutely. Lascelles, one of the best rookies in NCAA Division III women's play last year. Been a little bit quieter than she was, but still doing a great job nonetheless.
For the Thunder, you have to make sure you have a defensive assignment on someone in front of the net. Cannot leave them wide open like that. You're just asking for goals to go into your net.
Lascelles put one on. Didn't find the twine, but she'll get it back here. Goes D to D up top. It's Pietrucha. Lost it there. 3-on-2 if the Thunder can hurry. Turned over on the blue. We'll see if it'll pop out. It doesn't. It's kept in by the stick of Rysanen. This puck worked around the boards. Chipped out. Played towards the officials' table on our side. Thunder looking to generate something as this play whistled down offsides. Avalone didn't see that her teammate was still in the zone as the puck popped in. Just a couple of feet back, that's possibly an easy breakaway and a big scoring chance for the Bulldogs.
So much of hockey is just timing, right? As Marcinkowski was hustling to get out, as Ben was trying to carry it in, and they just get a little bit crossed up there at the blue line.
Puck scrum on the boards. We'll see who can kick it free. Looked like it came loose for a second. Now finally it does. Avalone will back skate this one. Tries to generate some space. Finally able to, and she'll play it herself. Avalone, the defenseman, goes for a skate, sends a shot on. Blockered aside by Park. Tied up once more. And this might be the name of the game for the Trine Thunder here. Force the Bulldogs towards the outside, try and tie things up and see if you can dig it out to win a race. Because when the Bulldogs are cycling, they have full control as this shot flashed leather by Park. Another great stop from the Thunder netminder.
Great work in the offensive zone from the Bulldogs. It's a 2v2 battle in the corner. Cataret able to walk out with the puck, fires a quick shot. And again, Ella Park looking really good here in this first period. Has made 2 or 3 grade A saves now on the Bulldogs.
Ella Park 1-3 on the season with a .271 GAA as well as a .916 save percentage. So aside from the win-loss, all the statistics very positive for the young freshman.
And she saved 17 of 18 shots on goal she's faced so far. We've still got 3.5 minutes to go in this first period.
That is a busy frame. Bulldogs looking to find one on the backhand. Kicked aside once again, the 18th, and we'll see if they'll count that for the 19th. Ella Park will freeze once again.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a defenseman's worst nightmare as you're in the net front. Leah Connor was just standing there trying to find her assignment. They throw one off her skate out front, and luckily Park able to find it. That gives me the heebie-jeebies as a former defenseman when you see pucks bouncing off your skates in tight around your own goaltender.
Never good when you have those pucks loose there. Here's a chance for the Thunder. Shot fired on. Didn't get all of it, as O'Brien just had to softly poke it away, but the Thunder will hold on. Played down low from the stick of Beacom. Now it's Hansen. Nice pass. Finds it to Bellin. Working the outside shot on, who was bobbled for a second. Puck is still loose. But the official believed that Park was on top of it, and I think at the last second she might have not realized that she was, but afforded the whistle.
Another nice save from Park, who we've talked about a lot. She's from Encinitas, California. It's cool to see all the young players out of the USA coming out of, the Golden State, which is not something we saw a whole lot, maybe even 10 years ago. But Trine's got a couple of athletes from the state of California, and it's really cool to see, players from around the country playing hockey at a really competitive level.
There's a long shot, blockered aside. This is spun towards the front, bobbled up, and then picked up by Hansen. This finds its way over to Sorrell. She'll send it down low, tied up for a second. Bulldogs come away with it as she spun around with some incidental contact. Seems to be okay. She's back on 2 feet. Roy taken down. No penalty called there. It looked like she might have gotten a stick caught in her skates. But the Thunder have odd numbers if they can hurry. Here's a 2-on-1. Tor towards the outside. Fumbles the pass. And the Bulldogs will skate this one away.
Yeah, Madison Tor just looking across for her teammate, and that's an incredible back check by Jocelyn Danish, who hustled to lift the stick of Tor and take that puck away and just snatch that scoring opportunity right out of the Thunder's hands.
This is whistled down for icing with 90 seconds left to go here in the first period. Adrian College 1-0 the score over Trine. Carmen Anderson getting things going here at the 11:02 mark in the first frame. That steal at center ice.
Get a look at Catherine Trubin there. One of the more dynamic offensive defensemen that this Bulldog lineup has to offer.
Gangleski lost this puck down, though. She'll fight for it. Trying to get a pass out somewhere to see if the Thunder can break out, and here they go. Here's a chance for Hicks. Goes one-on-one, fires a shot. That one field goaled high over the net. Hits off the back glass, will continue on. Once again, it'll travel back. Lambers will push forward. A nice move looking towards the front. And somebody from Adrian getting a stick on it there at the last second as she was heading closer towards O'Brien. Under 60 to play in the first period from the Huntington Center. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys here on ACTV as well as BCSN, helping us provide the camera angles for today. Una Belland will tie things up along the near side, sent back down low. Roy will spin off. And a quick one-touch pass coming from Leah Connor. Put back towards the opposite corner. Time winding down. Skating back to get it is Graham. Can't get it out. Here's to Anderson. Belland puts it towards the front. Dofide spinning with a shot. Stopped there by Park. 5 seconds left to go. Maybe a last-second chance. Una Belland now up top. Here's a long shot. They score. Does this beat the buzzer? They're signaling a goal. I'm sure they'll review this if they can. But a long shot from the blue finds the back of the net. The Bulldogs might be up 2-0 with no time left on the clock.
That was close. I think that puck virtually went in as the horn was sounding. Annika Hansen sends it into the net.
We'll see it here on the replay.
Wow, so opens up, fires one. It'd be cool to see if we could get an angle behind Hansen, because then we'll be able to see that red light go off behind the goal while the puck's going into the net. But as far as from that vantage point, it's tough to tell. If I had to guess, I think this one's going to count. I think it snuck in. Low glove side, I believe, on the shot from Hansen from all the way out towards the blue line.
Well, Trine has exited their bench and are heading back to the locker room. I'm sure even if it does count, they'll just let the last .1 tick off the clock.
This is strange, though, because usually you at least see a team's captain out there lobbying or something. We'll get the call now. Maybe. They're going to talk the call over here with Gabrielle Hicks, captain for the Thunder.
Still more discussion going on.
From the body language here, I think it's going to be a goal, but it's anyone's guess at this point.
Yep.
Let's see how Skelly reacts.
And if this counts, that is the second 5-hole goal for the Bulldogs.
Maybe not. Didn't look too pleased with the news.
Yep. No call from the officials yet. They haven't signaled to us. We don't know what's going on.
Usually at an ECHL, a game at this ECHL rink, we'd probably have a microphone to be able to hear what the decision is. Maybe we'll get a signal. Scoreboard still reads 2-0. Will we get an explanation? Players going to the dressing room. From Coach Skelly's reaction, he didn't look too enthused, so I wonder if they could be taking this one off the board.
Well, there's going to be some more discussion with the Trine coach. But for now, at least, the score remains 2-0 after 20 minutes of play. Carmen Anderson, the first goal, a takeaway at center ice. And then possibly another goal. Annika Hansen, unconfirmed at the moment. Ripped a shot from the blue line. A lot to like there from the Bulldogs, regardless of whether it's 1-0 or 2-0. A good effort from them as the officials finally skating off for the end of the period. What'd you see there after 20, Calvin?
I saw a period in which the Trine Thunder showed some signs of life. We had the breakaway from Mleko. She also had another chance in the high slot that wasn't able to get a clean shot off. But as that period went on, we kind of saw the Bulldogs take over. Final shots from the first are 21-8. And at the moment, it looks like it's going to stay a 1-0 game. But for the Bulldogs, have to like what we saw, really smothering this Trine team in their own ends. And if not for some really nice saves from the Thunder netminder, Ella Park. Getting the call here. Is it going to stand?
Sounds like it. Annika Hansen confirmed 2-0 Bulldogs as possibly the latest goal call that I've ever had in broadcasting.
The call on the ice, we saw the point, but I thought for sure they were going to go to center and give some sort of a signal to the fans in attendance and selfishly for us up here in the booth as well. But that does change the complexity a little bit going up 2-0 into the break. I think we saw both good goaltending on both sides. Park had the greater workload, but I thought O'Brien had to stand tall on a couple of shooting chances from Trine. Bulldogs looking control here after 20 minutes of play. As you mentioned, we've got goals from Carmen Anderson, and now the Annika Hansen tally will stand, assisted by Una Belland and Eilina Dofide. So Una Belland continues her absolute scoring tear to improve to 27 points, and this her 14th game of the season, Herm.
A busy first period for the Bulldogs, outshooting the Thunder 22-8. Ella Park with a couple of great saves for the Trine University Thunder. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys here. Don't go anywhere. We'll return with more NCAA women's coverage here on ACTV.
firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
Welcome back inside the Huntington Center here in Toledo, Ohio. Adrian College facing off against the Trine University Thunder here this afternoon in a spirited NCAA Women's D3 game. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys here on ACTV. Happy to have you all rejoin us here as we get set to start the second period. Center ice face-off dropped, and we are underway once again from the Huntington Center. Bulldogs really dominated that first period, up 2-0. We didn't know if the second goal was going to count or not, but here's a quick early chance by Lowry. It was shouldered aside, and a good stop early from Ella Park. She was absolutely busy through 20 minutes of play, saw 20 shots, that one being her 21st.
Yeah, pretty impressive work we've seen from Park so far, as I believe she's been able to save 22 of the 23 shots she has seen, and the Bulldogs have really been peppering her from all angles, so it's impressive to see her body of work only 20 minutes in.
We'll see what's in store for the duration of this contest. If the Bulldogs were able to keep their effort up, should be able to clean up nicely. But we'll continue on here in the first period. A shot from up top gets deflected, kicked out by the pad of Park. Avalone sends it over. It was played through the skate of Belland. Almost mishandled it. Now fired up the wall, tied up for a second, and taken away down low by Anderson. Already has a goal in this game. Got the first one to open things up. Shot taken, sounded like caught a little bit of the iron there, but it was from a dead angle, so hard to make anything out of that. And I think Adrian almost just got caught again for too many men on the ice.
Another sloppy line change, and I think for Belland there, she thought that Park might have been off her post and a chance to maybe try a bank play off the back of the netminder.
Roy ripped a slap shot on net, kicked aside by Park. Bulldogs dig this one out. Here's a backhander, waffle boarded away. Save from Park. Here's action in the front. The Bulldogs. Only 2 minutes it took to open things up. Courtney Ben, the third goal of the afternoon. And the Bulldogs lead by a hat trick.
We talked about Courtney Ben in the first period and the propensity she has for just going to the net front, being at the right place at the right time, really hunting down the puck. You see the board battle here behind the net. Really nice job to muscle it out front for Courtney Ben. That was Olivia Marcinkowski who was able to outmuscle her opponent, dig it off the boards, and then slide it out front for Ben. Hard work and teamwork are a winning combination.
Not a whole lot that Ella Park could do on that goal. You saw it just barely bounced over her paddle as she was hugging the post when the puck was underneath the goal line. And a loose scramble in front. Bulldogs take advantage. 17:50 left to go in the second period. Bulldogs will look to collect this in the corner. It was Nicole Petruccia.
I think for Adrian, you're seeing a noticeable increase in confidence as this game has worn on. They've kind of come into this second period and started their top defensive pairing and top forward line, and it almost looked like they were running a power play unit out there with how they were controlling the play in the O-zone.
And you have to imagine, too, with the talent that they have to stay poised and confident. And they seem that way so far as this centering feed quickly shoveled off towards the side. And that's what Coach Skelly looks for from his team every single game. And so far this season, doing exactly what they ask him to. Only the games that they lost coming against really high-ranking opponents in Utica and Wisconsin River Falls earlier on in the season. But other than that, being extremely dominant through the games played.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it pre-game as the Bulldogs go offside here. The only 3 losses on Adrian's resume of the many games they've played, you credit them to losing to the top-ranked team in the country, the number 9 ranked team in the country, and the Italian national team, and all those losses are by 2 goals or less. So they've been in every game they played this season, and they've been able to defeat a number of talented teams as they've knocked off some top-ranked opponents this year. You look at their schedule. They just got done playing Williams and Bodewin, who are in the top 20 of the pairwise. And then looking further back on their schedule, they had a big OT win against number 12 Elmira College, who's now ranked higher to start the season. So this is a group that's riding high, and this is the performance we expected with how they've been playing to this point in the season.
Very well said, Calvin. Always exciting to see how these Adrian College Bulldogs do every season, as Hudanish will get this one to Wolschlager. Tried to tip it on net, but didn't have enough force to get a shot off. Down low, it's Pomerleau. Circled around. Good effort there to try and get it out. That was Lambers. Wolschlager with the shot deflected and fought out of the air was Ella Park. She'll get the whistle with 16:01 remaining in the second. Already played 20 minutes.
Time flies when you're having fun. Look at this play. They go D to D centered. And, I thought that was tipped by a Bulldog. That went off the stick of Leah Connor there, who immediately put her hand up to just apologize to her netminder for redirecting that puck. Want to have your stick blade flat on the ice as a defenseman there, so there's no opportunity for that to occur.
Trine looking to find their footing here in this game as they dump in. Avalone quickly takes it away. Reardon trying to make some stick handling moves. Almost got away with it. Cataret towards the right wing. Looks to dance her way through. Shut down on the entry. Avalone goes D to D for her partner in Trubin. That shot was blocked. Kept in once again, bouncing off of a shin pad. Bruner almost getting the bounce that she needed for her squad. Would have been interesting to see if that developed into a breakaway. That long shot doesn't find the lane. Avalone steps off the blue. Will cycle it herself. Looks back towards the left point. Sent over for Reardon. Off target on the pass. This one bouncing off an own goal, I believe. This hit off the skate of Gabrielle Hicks. And the Bulldogs jump up 4-0 with 14:54 left to go in the second.
Yeah, that was Eilina Dofide who threw that one to the front of the net. And we'll see this bounce again here, just kind of spinning it in there on the backhand. And it looks like that went off the skate of Gabrielle Hicks, who really just didn't know what hit her. She was standing there in defensive position, didn't see the puck coming. And a little bit of pinball there for Dofide as the German makes it a 4-0 game for the Bulldogs here, just over 5 minutes into the second period.
It took 20 minutes for the Bulldogs to score 2 in the first period, and just about 5 minutes into the second, they've found the back of the net 2 more times. As you've said, Calvin, 4-0 the score here from the Huntington Center. Looking for another one. Roy center to feed towards the slot, and an outstretched stick from Belland. Couldn't get the handle. She makes a nice move towards the front. The backhander stopped by Park. Lifted out of the zone. Anderson will have to regroup. And this one whistled down for icing. That one very delayed there. I didn't know if they were going to call it or not.
Yeah, I think Anderson, gave that puck a lot of time to cross the goal line, but it was pretty far ahead of her, so referees will stay with the icing call.
Right side face-off. It's Zoe Lowry who will step in. Some delay on the draw here.
I think one of the referees went over to the Trine bench to talk to Melissa Paluch, the head coach of the Thunder. Don't know about what, though.
It will remain a mystery up here from the broadcast booth. Pietrucha at center. will skate this in, gets past Lambers, and she's able to take it away.
Do you think she had the same argument that you had, Herm, that shouldn't have been an icing call with the amount of dilly-dallying that Anderson did on her way back?
If that was the case, I would say definitely yes. You know, when you race back for the icing, that's one thing, but when you kind of just watch it, really just trample by on the ice, it's kind of hard to make a case there.
Absolutely. Puck goes into the Adrian bench. I think we see that more and more nowadays, where that delay to go back for the puck on those icing plays is kind of an art form for players at this level. Defensemen are so good at skating just hard enough to make it look like they're going for the puck while they're really just waiting for it to trickle across that goal line.
Absolutely. Thunder trying to generate offense. It's Kaylee Mleko. She gets tied up quickly. Bulldogs force the puck towards the corner. And Mleko spins a shot on, stopped by the stick of Hansen. O'Brien didn't have to do much there, getting some help from her defenseman. A snappy D-to-D pass coming from the stick of Connor. Intercepted. Here's Lindsay Sorrell. Tries to find an outlet and is able to. That being in Courtney Bent. Down low does the work herself. Looking towards the front. Here's a shot redirected. Park didn't know where it was. Some confusion on the ice from both sides. I believe it hit off of a body, then went towards the right corner. Now here's a shot from the slot and a save by Park. The official lost sight of it and will get a whistle.
The passing has been impressive for Adrian, especially in this second period, as we'll hopefully get another look at this chance. This is Sorrell finding Ben in the slot for a one-time drive. And again, Park did a really nice job to track that one, although lost it after the initial save was made, and gets a fortunate break with the whistle being blown. The net was wide open for a follow-up attempt.
There's a loose water bottle down low, too, that fell off the net. Got to watch out for that, as now it kicks towards the left corner. Pomerleau lost her handle on the right point. Bulldogs will look to re-enter. Do they have legs? Here's a chance! Shutting the door there was Park. Learning from the 2 goals in the first period, Bulldogs went back to the 5-hole. And she shut it there with the goalie leg pads. Shot from the point. Doesn't have the muscle to find the front. Lifted out off the high glass. This should be an icing here. Pomerleau will skate back, arm up, and we'll get the stoppage with 11:31 remaining in the second period.
Got the official results of that most recent goal that we saw. Eilina Dofide striking at even strength off the bank of Hicks, the defenseman in front. Assists go to Catherine Trubin and Gia Avalone. And with that goal, Eilina Dofide, multi-point game. Goal and an assist here about halfway through the second.
Something you always like to see. Coach Skelly will be certainly proud of. Left side point. Here's a long shot. That one hits someone in front. Finds its way towards the right corner. Put over opposite side now. It's taken out. This could be a break for the Thunder. It's Porthen. Opens up. Doesn't have anybody with her, so she couldn't make a play. Opted to move towards the boards. Carteret all alone by herself at the far blue. Stick handles her way through traffic, but can't find her way to a shot. Now up ice, it's Gengaliski. Underneath the goal line, Catherine Trubin tripped up there. No call. We'll continue on. Carteret, a saucer pass. Finds it to the stick of Reardon. She's angled into the boards. Dofide digs it away. Drop back for Dofide. Spinning off, top of the right circle, now underneath. That was Carteret who tried to make the play. Reardon goes for a skate. Finds the outlet, now up top for Avalone. The shot taken, And it just bounces wide. A backhand from the Thunder off the glass. Found its way towards the center ice dot. Nobody there to pick it up. Here's a chance. 4-on-0 in the front, and a save from Park. Odd numbers, but it doesn't matter. Ella Park, a huge stop as she denies the 4-on-0.
Park able to bail her team out there after that was an absolute nightmare of a line change for the Thunder. I had to rub my eyes there for a second because I don't think I've ever seen a 4-on-0 like that before. Luckily, Trine able to race back, cut off some of the passing angles, and more importantly, Ella Park slides across with another big kick save.
And that's really all you can do from the Bulldogs to try and generate some offense. You can pass as many times as you want from the goaltender, but I really feel like the best play is to just slide it over and try and take a one-timer, which is what they opted to do there. And that's just a fantastic stop from the Trine netminder.
How about that vertical from the referee there on the far boards?
Got to get your hops in.
Referees do not get enough credit for how difficult it is to stay out of the play with how small and enclosed the hockey rink is.
Not an easy job to be an official.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg, is staying out of the play. There's a million other things you have to worry about, as well as tuning out the comments from players, coaches, and fans.
I can only imagine what it must be like to be an official at the top levels of pro hockey. You got a couple thousand people screaming your name. Whether you do good or bad, somebody's going to be unhappy.
Yeah.
Here go the Thunder. Shot was blocked and redirected. Stays in, almost caught the protective netting.
Put it this way, Herm, there's a reason why after middle school I shifted from being a referee to being a broadcaster at the rink. It's a much more forgiving profession.
That it is. Here's Una Bellin, goes one-on-one, puts the shot on in the chest. Delayed whistle, but ultimately blown, and an extra push and shove there. That was Marcinkowski exchanging some fisticuffs with Taryn Rysanen.
Bulldogs send out Marcinkowski, Ben, and Pietrucha for this shift.
Up top, it's Paige Pomerleau. Gets over for Marcinkowski. Sorrell there on the wing to support her. Tried to step in and take it away. Not able to do so as Lambers got to it first. This pass deflected off of a skate, looking for the wraparound was Marcinkowski once again. Sorrell has to get back with enough speed to make this play. It's kept in just barely, I believe. That was Waroftig. Gangaliski on one hand, now towards the backhand. Will stick, handle, and skate. Crosses the red, dumps in. O'Brien to stop it. Back to her crease she goes as Sorrell catches a pass off the end wall. Almost a turnover there on the blue by Sorrell, and this time she forces it. The pass was behind Wolfschlager. She'll elect to skate back and regroup. Allows Adrian to get some fresh legs. Here's Wolfschlager towards the front. A kick save by Park as that one stays out. Looks like she might have lost it as it was being released, but kept it out. Avalone gives it over for Trubin. This pass flutters high towards the wide side of the net. Now Avalone with another chance of her own, poking in front. Nobody has it. Here's a slap shot from Trubin. Now towards the front again. Bulldogs really trying to use that center lane. Avalone Trine caught in a line change again. 4-on-2, now 4-on-3. Here's the shot, the rebound comes out. LaSalle picks it up. Falling down there as she makes the pass. It's Jocelyn Hudanish, who's checked hard there into the boards by Leah Connor. Connor gives it away. But the Thunder right back to it. Madison Tor this time. A swiped pass by Grace Hicks goes down low. Dofide there first. Looks to get out quickly. Some contact there on the face-off circle. Can hear the shouts from the Trine fans.
I was going to say, Trine crowd's loving that one. Gabrielle Hicks stepping up.
Trubin in neutral ice. Gets this over for Avalone. Circles back, then goes forward. That pass didn't work out, so she'll try again. Avalone to Trubin. Breakout ensuing. Carteret goes forward. Misplays that in front of Dofide. But she'll tie up with Rysanen. Along the near side, 4:52 left to go in this second period as that shot hit off the outside of the iron and off the back glass. Looking for the short side snipe. Pietruccia, deflection in front. That one bounces over the net as well. Bulldogs love to use that blue line as their first initial shot. And then looking to see what they can do on top of the net front on the rebounds.
Yeah, their strategy in that regard has been pretty evident, where they want to get bodies in front of the goaltender. They want to redirect point shots. And, you know, we saw at the end of the first period with Annika Hansen, you know, it's a strategy that's paid off for them. And they've been able to build momentum because it's a free and easy shot. And trying, you know, for their forwards and their own end, the way that they prevent that from happening as much is coming out to challenge the shooter and getting in the way and soaking some of those shots up to not allow them through, making their goaltender's job a little bit easier. Right now, the Adrian defensemen are just getting free shots from the point.
Pietruccia goes to Sorrell, who's on top of the circle. Loose scramble in front. Park covers up. She'll get the whistle. She made a good play on the whistle before. That puck was bouncing towards the front and made the smart decision to cover up with the trapper. Face off near side. Adrian wins it back. Up top to the blue. Here's the patented point shot. That one wide. Pietruccia once again. A heavy shot from Roy is blocked. Peyton Hans stepping in the lane, putting the body on the line.
And that's what we talked about. In order to prevent Adrian's offensive scheme from being as effective, you need plays like that, which Hans made to cut off the angle and get in the lane.
To the backhand. Here's a chance. What a shot! Hannah Lambers goes barred down off the backhand. And the Thunder find themselves on the board for the first time tonight.
You said it, Herm.
Oh, my goodness.
What a goal from Lambers here. As we see, just carrying it in. Able to drive around Roy and just elevate quickly on the backhand, which is not easy to do. What a release. Just shoveled it up. Looked like it went in off the back bar, but what a perfectly placed shot by Lambers. And I don't think anyone was expecting her to be able to get that kind of velocity and that kind of elevation from in tight with the backhand.
And
my goodness.
She hid the fact that she was going to shoot very well. I thought she was going to look for a net front drive and then maybe elect to go to the forehand, but my goodness, Hannah Lambers, the freshman from Hudsonville, Michigan.
You can probably attest to this as a goaltender. I've always heard that the backhand shots are the toughest ones to track for a netminder.
Well, they're so unpredictable because they can really go any way. You can try and loft it off of the toe, or you can get it on the heel to go to the opposite side. But you have the option to really skate it in as the Bulldogs answer quickly. It's 5-1 as they cash in on the rebound in front.
That is a huge goal for Tia LaSalle because you think about the trajectory of this game. Bulldogs had been held off the score sheet for about the last 10 minutes plus. Lambers able to get a big goal at the other end of the rink. Bulldogs want to remind the Thunder here that they're in the lead, they're in control of this contest, and LaSalle does just that, able to capitalize in tight as we see just that same formula, shots from distance, and then players tenaciously crashing the net to pounce on the loose biscuits. LaSalle, nice job there to make it a 5-1 game here at the Huntington Center.
And that's the response that Coach Skelly loves to see for his squad. You give one up, and no less than a minute later, you get one back, as they'll once again hold on to their 4-goal lead with 2:28 and counting here in the second period. Anderson puts the shot on, looking for the tip in front was Belland. Didn't get all of it as she looks towards the front, puts a shot wide towards the blocker side of Park. Down low. A scissor play there. Back up to the left blue. Pomerleau open on the right. This is a hard shot, kicked aside by Park once again.
Herm, those two goals came 39 seconds apart from Hannah Lambers at one end and then Tia LaSalle at the other.
Here
How
goes
about that?
Belland. Has some space, held up there, looks to the backhand for the pass, loose puck in front, in the skates, tries to go to the backhand, couldn't get it done. Pomerleau will hold the blue, has Anderson underneath. Pomerleau once again trying to generate some space. Bulldogs holding on to possession in the O-zone. Trine desperately looking to get out so they can make a change. That was Madison Tor who sent it up. This is a long pass. Will clear the zone and blown down for the icing. 1:12 left to go here in the second period.
Really crazy to see just 2 goals scored within a minute's time. Still trying to process as we saw just a great goal at one end of the rink from the Thunder. Beautiful backhand from Hannah Lambers. And then Bulldogs just sticking with their tried and true north-south game, getting pucks to the net.
That shot, quick wrister from Courtney Ben. Angled into the boards by Park as we reach the 60-second mark. Avalone, good play from her to try and keep it in, but she couldn't. Up the gut was Brunner. Tied up in front of the Trine bench, now finds its way to Ben. Nice little toe drag there. And she followed through, couldn't get it done. In her own end, it's Gabrielle Hicks, senior from Layton, Utah. A hard hit there along the boards. Marcinkowski taken down. Slow to get up there. Keep an eye on it to see if she's okay. Skates it off and will return to the bench area.
Marcinkowski with an assist so far in this game. She's a freshman from Peabody, Massachusetts.
Quick one-time drive. Kicked away by Park. Looking to close out this period, and a deflected puck into the crowd. Got to watch out for that. Different from being at the AIA, you have the protective netting there. And at the Huntington Center and most pro arenas, that whole center part of the rink, got to be careful when you come to these games.
Certainly.
Always have a warning to say, look out for flying pucks, and that the case there. Luckily not hitting anybody.
You know, I always like to say I'm glad that I'm sitting next to a goaltender, because I know if one comes flying up here, although your glove hand is the left side and you're sitting to my left, so maybe get the blocker on it, although that wouldn't feel too good on bare knuckles.
Well, you never know. I could go for a dive, too.
That's true.
Wouldn't be the first time, but that's going to close out the second period. 40 minutes gone. 5-1 the score in favor of the Adrian College Bulldogs. Saw some great action so far. Trine finally finding their way to the back of the net for the first time. Lots of like there from both sides, and the Thunder really looking to hang on here. What'd you see after 40 minutes, Calvin?
I was actually really impressed with both the way that Adrian came hot out of the gates. I believe we saw 2 goals extremely early on in the period, with Courtney Ben striking at the 149 mark, and then a couple minutes later, Eilina Dofied at the 504 mark, and you started to think, okay, are the Bulldogs going to run away with this one? Is it going to get a little bit ugly? Well, Trine really dug in and played good defensive hockey for the next 10 minutes. Then were able to get on the board thanks to Hannah Lambers. But you wonder if after working so hard in their own end, once they got on the board, there was just a little bit of a letdown defensively, and that's how the Bulldogs were able to sneak one into the net. Tia LaSalle closing out the period with a goal, assisted by Callie Wolschlager and Annika Hansen. And Annika Hansen with a goal and an assist in this game as well, joining Eilina Dofied.
That's 2 multi-point games by 2 different players for the Bulldogs, and it's been all offense for them really here in the game. Shots at the moment 43-10 in favor of the Bulldogs. I think Trine ended with 8 after the first period, so they might have only had 2 shots in that second period of play. So defense is the name of the game for the Bulldogs, because it seems like every time that they go to enter the zone, everything pushed towards the outside, quick takeaways, the breakout is fast and snappy, and all you can really ever ask for the back end.
Absolutely. I think it's been really impressive to see, how crisp the passing has been. They haven't really had much trouble transitioning out of their own end towards being at the offensive end of the rink. That's been really impressive to see. And then also I've really liked how we've seen, as we usually do with this NCAA women's team of Adrian College, their defense engaging really well, pushing up ice to hop in as a fourth forward. I think Maya Roy, as well as Catherine Trubin, Gia Avalone, they all do a really good job of calculating the risk, getting up in the play, while still committing to defense in their own end of the rink.
Absolutely. 5-1 the score after 40 minutes of play. Bulldogs leading this one by 4. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys will step aside for a quick break and then return with the third period here on ACTV.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
welcome back inside the Huntington Center here in Toledo, Ohio. Third period action between the Trine University Thunder and your Adrian College Bulldogs. As we get set to drop the puck in this final regulation frame, Alex Herman and Calvin Keys here, live on ACTV as well as BCSN. Happy to have you all join us here this afternoon in a back-to-back for the men's and women's Bulldogs squads. Stick taps on the bench. We are underway once again from the Huntington Center. 5-1 the score after 40 minutes of play, as Belland will look towards the front early in this third period. Dead angle shot blocked by the stick of Gabrielle Hicks. Tied up, pushed towards the top of the circle. A quick shot. That one barely going wide there towards the blocker side of Ella Park, who's played fantastic here in this contest. Belland to Trubin. Gets it right back. Quick shot on. Rebound was loose. Nobody there to bank it home. This goes diagonally upwards for Lacroix. And stopping it behind the net there with the foot was Park. Almost lost it there from speed by Carmen Anderson. She came in, was looking to take it away. Looking to break out was Racinen. Now in the slot, here's Wolfschlager. A nice move. Goes towards the front. The shot, rebound loose. And it stays out. Good chance there from the Bulldogs early on.
Nice work there from Wolfschlager. The quick hesitation, stop and go, put Gengaliski on skates, literally.
Hudanish picks up the loose puck and has it stripped away from her. LaSalle is down low, has a goal in this game. Puts it towards the front. Look at this, look at that. And quickly it's Jocelyn Hudanish. Goes Roof Daddy, and it's 6-1 Bulldogs.
Nice work there from Wolfschlager, finishing off the centering feed from, I believe it was LaSalle who found her. And when you have a puck coming from behind the net towards the net front, quick release and an elevation to the top right corner, no goaltender in the world is going to save that shot. Nice work by LaSalle to shield it, wait patiently, and then just get it out front. And again, just a missed defensive assignment allows Wolfschlager a wide open shot on goal, and man, did she execute.
1 minute and 40 seconds into the third period. Bulldogs find themselves again on the score clock. They lead by 5 now at 6-1. And a turnover there on top of the blue was forced. Quick snap pass. Finds its way to Bend. A slap shot goes wide. In neutral ice, now in front of the scorers table. This puck somehow finds a way. Here's Courtney Benn on the 2-on-1. Puts it on and sticked aside towards the corner. Good follow-up stop there from Park. This one poking free. It was Leah Connor who looked to control, and a nifty stick handle there as she'll skate this up herself. Hansen with good awareness to swipe it towards the side. Bulldogs looking to push through. Reardon with a shot taken down, and it's swiped away towards the outside. Trubin, good play there to get possession back for the ladies in the white, black, and yellow.
How about the defensive play from Emma Lynn Stevenson there to angle Reardon to the outside and then take her down to the ice cleanly.
Dofide sends a shot on. Textbook stick save made by Park. Avalone. Trubin. She puts this one on, stopped by a skate. Stepping in the lane there was Hicks. Trubin Avalone, a hefty shot. That one bouncing around on the ice surface. Doesn't find the way to the front of the net. And all alone in front, a quick one-touch pass. Oh, the passing play was almost perfect. A give and go for Dofide, who was waiting in front, and it hopped over her stick at the last second. Trubin will settle this one in. Goes horizontally over, chopped back towards the left corner. Trine can't get out. Finally they do. Icing is waved off, so that gives them enough time to make a change. Nice move there quickly by Lowry. Looking towards the front. Anderson holding her left wing will spin off. Up top is Roy with the shot, blockered away, save by Park. Good speed from Tor. Gets it towards the front. Looked like O'Brien was going to play it, decided not to. Probably the right call. Didn't have enough space to make the trek outwards. Anderson with a goal in the game so far. Fires a shot on into the chest and held onto by Park.
You know, it's been no walk in the park for Ella so far in this game. She's faced a lot of rubber. 48 shots on goal coming from the Bulldogs, and thankfully for the Thunder, she's been able to save 42 of those attempts, many of which have been of high quality. So I want to tip my cap to the Thunder goaltender for standing in there and playing some strong hockey.
Ella Park really doing her part for the Thunder, who have not found their way offensively today, but she's standing tall and doing her part, giving her team a chance. Roy with a blind backhand over to Belland. Along the outside wall, this is Anderson. Gets it over for Roy. Stick down there, finally picked up. That was Hans. Back down underneath the red line once again. Bulldogs really cycling this well as a saucer from Anderson. Bounced off of a body. Low Y will chop that off the boards. A one-timer from Roy, and it bounced. Took a crazy carom. Park made the save, but I'm not really sure what part of her pad that hit as it bounced up into the air. Looked like it was just going to be put into the corner.
I was going to ask you the same question. How did the puck redirect at that angle?
Might have hit off the top part of the pad when she was in the butterfly position, as that time it doesn't, as it's kicked into the corner the way that she intended to. Sometimes the pucks decide to find a way to keep you on your toes, and that was the case there, and lucky for her, it didn't cost her. As the Bulldogs ice the puck, we'll get a whistle with 13:45 left to go in the second period. 6-1 is the score in favor of Adrian College.
I think the music selection here in the Toledo Walleyes, home of the Huntington Center, kind of sums up the mood for Adrian. You know, their performance has been pretty smooth, just like the jazz that's going over the loudspeakers right now. It's been not casual, but just very calm, collected, and it's been a team effort. The passing has really been exemplary so far in this one.
And when you have good communication,
oh boy,
Bulldogs are not going to like that one. Have some Adrian fans in front of us who disagree with this call from the officials as well. It looked like Wolschlager beat the icing, and officials thought otherwise, so they'll have to take the face-off in their own end.
Again, it's a tough judgment call where you have to decide at the dot who you think is going to get to that puck first. Looked to be Wolschlager, but again, referees have a better angle on the play.
Good speed from Roy as she looks to the front. Just barely sent her shot wide. Wheeling her way from her own red line, looking to go coast to coast in the Huntington ECHL East Coast hockey rink. This is Hansen, who gives a one-touch. Wolschlager will hug the outside. Drops back down low. It's Houdanis, shot taken. Swallowed up and held onto by Park.
Adrian just rolling lines here in this game, and I think that bodes well for the morale of this team moving forward. Everyone seeing the ice, everyone contributing. It's been a fairly balanced performance all across the score sheet, as I believe we've seen 6 different goal scorers so far in this contest for Adrian. Oh, referee right in the way of Houdanis there. A little bit of a pick, if you will.
We continue on as this is taken away. Trine looking for some speed quickly as LaSalle, fresh on her shift, caught up in the nick of time.
One thing that's been a little bit of an oddity in this game is we've only seen one penalty so far in the contest. It was against Adrian for too many skaters on the ice all the way back in the first. So special teams has not been a factor in this one. And I think for Trine, part of their strategy coming into this game, knowing the offensive firepower that Adrian has as they ice the puck down, is, we want to force Adrian to play this game 5-on-5. They've done that, but the Bulldogs have still been able to find success. It's positive because you don't want to be overly reliant on your power play. At the same time, I think they would like some reps to get all of their units ticking here against a little bit of a weaker opponent. So both sides of the coin present right there.
That icing call, that puck was really close to the outside post there of Michaela O'Brien as a fellow goaltender. That one made me cringe a little bit as the rebound in front for the Bulldogs. Looking to bank it home. They couldn't make it happen. Park lost her stick calling for it as she'll get one in exchange with Taryn Reisinen. Gives it back now. Don't know why they swapped a second time. Now the goalie paddle even farther underneath the goal crease.
O'Brien didn't look too worried about that puck heading down, though. I think she was still standing up when it went off the side of the frame. She knew where it was going, I suppose.
Goalies know best.
I wouldn't go that far necessarily, but in that scenario.
Here's Hansen onside, left wing, puts it towards the middle without a stick. Park makes the stop as she kicked it aside. Hansen up top, that shot blocked. Trine needs to clear it so that Park can go back and get her stick, and this time she does, as this is off the top of the glass, and down the length of the ice for icing. .11:07 remaining here in the third period between Trine and Adrian. 6-1 the score in favor of the Lady Bulldogs. Trubin with a shot. Blocked in front by the pair of skates. That was Gabrielle Hicks. This one bounces around. Trine will look to clear. Trubin fell down in her effort to keep it in. The Bulldogs still hold on to possession. Avalone with some speed. Quick shot off the end wall. It's pushed aside by the backhand of Park. Reardon. Now up top is Trubin. Give and go. That shot kicked aside from Ella Park. This bounces to Trubin once again. That one off the mask. The rebound chance in the slot. Sails over the crossbar. Doesn't go. Trubin commanding here as a quick one-touch. Bounces off of a skate. Bulldogs continuing the pressure. They don't want to let go of the puck, and every time they let it go, it finds its way back to their sticks. This one tried to be cleared again. It stays in. Abigail Brunner out of breath as she's the only one who's able to make a change. This shot surprised Park and was wide. Lifted the length of the ice. O'Brien will have to touch up. Continues to play it. Could have covered up with the glove. Decided not to. And a good pass going forward, although it was taken away by Emlenko. Here's a shot. That one eaten up by the glove of O'Brien.
Really good for Trine that they were able to get that clearing attempt on the goal, so that, they were able to get a line change, able to get fresh legs on the ice. And here's a great chance. We see O'Brien using the glove hand, I believe, to deny. I think that was Brunner who had the chance, as you said, Herm, cutting in quickly and releasing a wrist shot towards the glove hand of Michaela O'Brien.
Nice move from Carmen Anderson. Gets the offense going once again. They'll look to control in zone. Sends up top. Now towards the left. Roy. Quickly over for Belland. Here's a shot blocked. Trine not shy to step in the lanes and get the shot blocks.
That was Lambers. We saw that big goal in the previous frame. Trine's only one in this game. That time she was able to just get into the shooting lane at the last second as Park looked a little bit out of position and don't think that coaches don't notice those kind of shot blocks late on in a game like this. I think for Trine's head coach, Melissa Paluch, she learns a lot about her team in these kind of scenarios where the game may be over, but she's going to see who wants to continue to contribute and work hard for the team no matter the score line, and that bodes well for you in the ice time department moving on in the season usually.
Down low on the corner is Anderson. Has a goal here in this game. We'll get it right back with the quick pass, sent towards the top of the circle. Belland will look for a lane, rips a shot. Hit off of a body in front. Zone is cleared. Roy will have to skate back. No icing as we continue on with 8:15 left to go here in the third period. Belland has some room. Got to watch out for her. Top scorer for the Bulldogs. Circles her way around. Looks for the pass in front. Trine shuts it down. And she'll get it right back there. Bounces around again. And it's blocked by a body in front. I think it's impressive, too. As good as their offense has been, the Bulldogs, when they need to go and back check, everybody's at full speed. They want to deny all the zone entries that they can. And Belland was just skating around in the offensive zone, as we saw moments ago. And as soon as the Thunder got possession, she's skating right back to try and take it away. Long shot from up top. The rebound is loose, and stretched out is Park, and she's able to get the glove on top of it.
Definitely agree with what you were just saying, Herm, about the defensive effort from this Bulldog team. As we're going to get another look here at the chance in tight. Puck loose, and Park just able to smother it with the glove before the Bulldogs could get there. But, yeah, again, going back to what you were remarking about, I think hockey is a two-way game. In order to have success and put 6 goals up on the board like the Bulldogs have, it starts with pride in your own end, and that's this team's identity that is preached by their head coach, Sean Skelly.
Paige Pomerleau, a nice move on the boards, trying to motor her way to the front. Ran out of space and time as it's taken away from her. Bruner with the effort there. And Lenko up top. Good steal from Courtney Ben, but she couldn't hold on. In her own end is Trubin. Going right to left is Reardon. And you see in the background the men's NCAA team climbing the staircase, likely to stretch out and warm up before their tilt. Also this afternoon here from the Huntington Center as they face off against conference rival Aurora. Played 2 games with them this season and split the series at their barn.
That'll be a 5:15 p.m. puck drop right back here on ACTV. Excited to watch that one. Men's team trying to bounce back from a tough loss last night against Trine.
Time winding down here in the third period as we near the 5-minute mark. Dofied is all alone, tried to get that home run pass, but a little bit too far out of reach for her. The slap shot from the right blue was Avalone. Blocked in front. She'll get it right back. Has Trubin with her on the left. She puts a shot on into the glove, and it's stopped by Park.
Park did a good job of trying to mitigate the rebound there after it bounced off of her glove. Still able to fall on it to get the whistle, because if we've learned anything about this Adrian team today, it's that they are just absolutely sniffing out rebounds left and right, really crashing the net and finding those second chance opportunities. I think they've had 2 or 3 goals off of that exact formula today.
Here's Wolschlager with the shot. The second chance kept out. Hugging the post was Ella Park. And in addition to Ella Park's stellar performance, gotta say, as a fellow netminder, love that pad setup that she's sporting here this afternoon. The Bauer pads with the lightning bolts.
Read my mind there. Have to agree with you.
The question really is, what's better? Is it the lightning bolts or O'Brien's all yellow? they're both pretty good.
Yeah, they both are, definitely great setups. And O'Brien's kind of, is it a certain Coldplay song? It Was All Yellow? That's kind of the pad theme that she's going with.
There is. And this chance in front, stopped by the glove of Park. And she is the Bulldogs are 5 shots away from reaching the 100-shot mark as they sit at 95 with 4:35 left to go here in the third period. My goodness, that is some offense that Coach Skelly has running for his squad.
Thankfully for Park, only 65 have been on net. She's been spared about 30 of those shots sent her direction, but oh my goodness, that's a large workload still.
Another chance there into the center T logo on the Navy sweater.
The work that Ella Park has had to do today in the net is kind of comparable to, a retail store employee around Black Friday. Just been swarmed.
Never a break, but she's done a great job here this afternoon. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the third as the Bulldogs holding on to their 6-1 lead. This is Una Belland along the left side. Will drop back for Roy in the slot. It's slapped around, then put towards the outside. Belland once again will push this play underneath the goal line. Hannah Lambers to it. Taken away, it's low right. Here's a chance in front, a heavy shot. Fended off. Carmen Anderson had some power on that one. Bulldogs will keep in by the efforts from low right. Roy at the left blue will scrape the top. Now towards the circle, this one put on and wide. Good speed to keep that puck in. Efforts from Nicole Petruccia as it's sent up into the netting. We'll hold on for the whistle.
And immediately you see the kids over there on the far side of the rink on the search. Puck went over the glass, and immediately you just see a couple of kids just sprinting over looking for that souvenir.
Where is it? Who's going to be the first to find it?
Scavenger hunt's still going on.
Who's got it? That looks like it's one of Coach Adam Krug's younger sons there. Happy to find the biscuit in between the chairs here at the Huntington Center. In neutral, this play is onside. Hansen holds on. 3-on-1 along the half wall.
That was 2 for the price of 1. Fans getting to hear us call the game and then also the scavenger hunt at the same time.
Nothing better than that. Some fun activities here in Toledo, Ohio. And a hit there on top of the blue from Courtney Ben. This sent down. O'Brien decides not to play it. It's icing, and we'll head back to the left side once again.
Another reminder, we've got a big contest after this one. 5:15 p.m. puck drop between Adrian's men's team. They take on Aurora, and what should be a fun one. They split earlier on this season at Aurora, and the Bulldogs coming off of a tight loss in OT against Trine last night. So you have to imagine they're going to come out firing on all cylinders for this second game of the weekend.
This quick shot towards the front. Doesn't find a way, and a hard slap shot. Lobs over the heads of all the players on the ice. Ben is all alone in the corner. A turnover there and forces Park to cover up.
Shots are 69-12 in favor of Adrian right now. Leading in that category by a sizable margin.
Heavy slap shot, that one trickles wide. Teeing it up there was Gia Avalone. Dofide to Trubin. She puts one on herself. Blocked by a body in front. Dophi towards the slot, the blocker save. Puck pops up, reared onto the rebound. Spun off as Dophi. Avalone to Trubin. Tees it up against the redirection. Loose puck. They can't put it home. Kicked out and cleared. There's a high stick, but the Thunder will touch up. Out towards center. Here's Avalone. Right side wing. Sends one up. Taken away. It's Peyton Hans. Will circle around for a moment. Drops back. Thunder will look to break out. Long pass up. Touched at the center ice red line, so no icing as we are under 60 seconds left to go in the third period. Bulldogs with a fantastic game here this afternoon over their rival, the Trine University Thunder. We'll see if there's some last-second efforts here from Trine. Skating this is Lambers as the lone goal for her squad this afternoon. A short side backhand as she went upstairs earlier in the second period. Oh, and a big hit there from Grace Hicks. Stepped up, laid the body down, and this one a little bit late in the game for a penalty. Sometimes those are called. Pushing the pace with 10 seconds left to go. This is back the other way. No icing. 2 seconds and 1. And that's going to do it. The Bulldogs walk away with the victory at 6-1. And they pick up their 12th win of the season.
It was a good day to be here at the Huntington Center. The fish were biting, and Bulldogs able to bring home a large catch, scoring a sum total of 6 goals on the afternoon, and spread among 6 different goal scorers. Cool to see everyone performing well. Michaela O'Brien saving 11 of the 12 shots that she saw. Tip our cap to Ella Park, who saved a lot of shots as well. Her final save total is 67 of 73.
Oof.
Hopefully her teammates will pool some money together and buy her dinner tonight or something.
She definitely deserves it after that performance. Had some really big stops throughout that game too, especially in the first period. Kept it close, and the Bulldogs offense just relentless, ultimately pulling away and helping them get this win. Good action all around. Sure that Coach Skelly will certainly be pleased with the results after 60 minutes. Teams shaking hands, always love to see that. Sportsmanship and camaraderie.
How about this shot? Don't forget about that goal from Hannah Lambers. Bulldogs may have had 6 of the 7 goals in this game, but Lambers scored a sweet one right there, and then 39 seconds later it was LaSalle answering. And yeah, just an impressive performance for the Bulldogs. Looking down the stat sheet here, we had 4 multi-point performances. Kelly Wolschlager, Tia LaSalle, Annika Hansen, and Eilina Dophi all had a goal and an assist. And a strong performance by the Bulldogs. They keep rolling. We will see them again next weekend as they will be hosting Lawrence University in a Friday-Saturday back-to-back at the AIA.
Be sure to tune in to ACTV for that one. We'll provide all of the coverage here on our YouTube channel. And from everybody here, don't go anywhere. There's still more Adrian Bulldog hockey here tonight. The men's NCAA team taking on rival Aurora University right here from the Huntington Center. Alex Herman and Calvin Keys. We'll see you in a few for more NCAA hockey.
continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. $161